of 16th, the 16th of February 2026, the second video. And this one is entitled Too Late. Trump gave Iran many chances over many years. We, as investors of the Iraqi dinar, we need security and stability from Iran. And Iran has infected Iraq. And Trump wants all of that infection removed. We wanted to work with Iran and don't want war. But if there was ever the perfect time to do this, yeah. You see, we don't want to have another Afghanistan. So we're going to look at 5 videos that are going to take you through a sequence of events of where we're at right now. Then at the end, I'll say a few things and we'll just wrap it up. Come on over here and look at this. Come on in closer, honey, so you can hear it. What'd you think? Wow, that low, huh? Okay, here goes. You ready?
Good to see you. President Trump says that he wants to make a deal with Iran. Here's more on his vision for the region.
President Trump hopes swinging a big stick will scare Iran into making a deal. Speaking to reporters on Friday, Trump announced he is deploying the USS Gerald R. Ford to the Middle East after being stationed in the Caribbean. That warship was integral in the War Department's airstrike campaign against Venezuelan narco-terrorists. Trump hopes the threat of force will be enough to compel Iran's leaders to ink a nuclear deal.
Well, in case we don't make a deal, we'll need it. If we don't have a deal, we'll need it. If we have a deal, we can finish it. It'll be leaving very soon. We have one out there. It just arrived. If we need it, we have it ready. A very big force.
There is still the looming concern that President Trump will strike Iran and oust the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei from power. That sparked after President Trump threatened fire and fury if Iran's government killed protesters. Human rights groups say thousands were killed by the hands of government agents. Trump urged the press to imagine a world without the Ayatollah.
Well, it seems like that would be the best thing that could happen. For 47 years, they've been talking and talking and talking. In the meantime, we've lost a lot of lives while they talk, and legs blown off, arms blown off, faces blown off. It's been going on for a long time, so let's see what happens.
But President Trump said he hopes he doesn't have to use force on Iran. All he wants is for Iran to ink a peace deal and promise to toss its nuclear ambitions.
Give us the deal that they should have given us the first time. If they give us the right deal, we won't do that. But, historically, they haven't done that. I will say they want to talk, but so far they do a lot of talking and no action.
President Trump did get a little pushback for his talks with Iran from Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. After meeting with Trump at the White House this week, the Israeli leader said any deal would have to meet standards set by his country. But President Trump asserts it'll be up to him whether Iran's terms for peace would be acceptable, and that means no dreams of nuclear weapons and wider regional conflict.
Always good to see you. Senator Lindsey Graham comments on the likelihood of successful negotiations between the U.S. and Iran at the Munich Security Conference. On Saturday, Graham said that he feels it would be a disaster if the U.S. lets the Iranian regime survive while on a panel with the exiled son of the former Shah of Iran. He said that the U.S. backing off Iran would be the biggest mistake we've made after President Trump promised that he would help the protesters, saying that lack of action would be worse than Afghanistan.
If we back out now, it'll be the biggest mistake we've made, far worse than the Syrian red line, far worse than Afghanistan. You can't say, keep protesting, we got your back, help's on the way, and nothing happened.
U.S. officials have been preparing for the possibility of a sustained multi-week operation against Iran if an attack is ordered by President Trump. Senator Lindsey Graham comments on the likelihood of successful negotiations between
Absolutely. Julia?
There's also this breaking today. Iran's foreign minister meeting with the UN's nuclear watchdog, setting the stage for high-stake talks tomorrow with two of President Trump's envoys. Secretary of State Marco Rubio offers this very blunt assessment.
We have to understand that Iran ultimately is governed, and its decisions are governed by Shia clerics, radical Shia clerics. Okay, these people make policy decisions on the basis of pure theology. That's how they make their decisions. So it's hard to do a deal with Iran. We've always said it's hard, but we're going to try.
The secretary is not wrong. Let's bring in Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yanks. He joins us from Tel Aviv this afternoon. Hi, Trey.
Jillian, good afternoon. Anticipation is growing across the Middle East ahead of negotiations on Tuesday in Switzerland. Indirect talks between the United States and Iran will be led by Omani officials aimed at reaching an agreement over Iran's nuclear program. Iran's foreign minister is already in Geneva with his delegation. Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke multiple times over the weekend about the possibility of a deal.
Our negotiators are on their way there now. They'll have meetings. We'll see what happens. We're hopeful there's a deal. The president always prefers peaceful outcomes and negotiated outcomes to things.
Iranian officials say they are willing to discuss uranium enrichment levels and storage in exchange for sanctions relief. The same officials have ruled out compromise on their country's ballistic missile program and support of regional proxies. Today, Iran held large naval drills in the Strait of Hormuz, a critical artery for international oil transportation. With Iranian exercises and a continued U.S. military buildup, Israeli officials have expressed skepticism about the possibility of success at the negotiating table.
I will not hyperbole and express my skepticism on any deal with Iran because, frankly, Iran is reliable on one thing: they lie and they cheat.
Air defense systems here remain on high alert, understanding that diplomacy could quickly turn to military action. Jillian?
All right, Trey Yanks on the ground in Tel Aviv for us. Thank you. John?
All right.
Deal with what's going on there. Clearly, there's a lot of military power that's coming into play. Diego Garcia continues to also be a focal point, both in London right now of negotiations, as well as these carrier strike groups. But I think it's sooner than later we're going to see something break on this.
You know, it almost seems as though the Iranian regime is trying to run out some clock similar. They were trying to run out the nuclear clock. Now they're trying to run out the election clock. Reza Pahlavi, who is the son of the former Shah of Iran, talked about what he sees as the desires of the Iranian people and what's been happening there. Listen to what he said.
Look, the Iranian people's ask is very simple. They want liberty. They want freedom. One thing I will simply add to what the president said when he says the regime has kept on talking and talking and talking. But the president should also know that I've also kept on killing and killing and killing.
Remember, a number of weeks ago, the president said it would be a red line if the Iranian regime were killing people. And there are reports that some 30,000 people died in those protests.
Absolutely. Just hours ago, there's reports that actually the IRGC moved into a town, machine guns on rooftops, and they're rounding up, almost an entire village. So the crackdown continues. The question for the Iranian people is, have they crossed a Rex Cinema moment? In 1979 revolution, that's where a fire killed over 400 of the opposition leaders, and it galvanized the Iranian people to move forward and to topple the Shah. Now, we're months into this. That revolution took a full year. But again, the people in Iran deserve better. They are seeking better. This theocratic, dictatorial, and terroristic regime is on its final legs across all the board, economic, militarily.
Well, the president said as much the other day. Listen to what he said.
You want a change in Iran? Well, it seems like that would be the best thing that could happen. For 47 years, they've been talking and talking and talking. In the meantime, we've lost a lot of lives while they talk, and legs blown off, arms blown off, faces blown off. It's been going on for a long time, so let's see what happens.
So he thinks that regime change would be the best thing, but will the United States help topple the mullahs, and again, back to the red lines. How many people have to die before the president finally says, oh yeah, you've crossed my red line?
Well, it's important to remind everyone that this Iranian regime has a lot of American blood on its hands. Despite how much talk they do and how much negotiation they do, it's still in America's best interest that the Iranian people pick a more peaceful new regime. So it's regime change that's really the Iranians' choice. And it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be messy. And the United States can be that element to make sure it stays within bounds and so that a good outcome, better for the Iranian people, but also meets American national interests.
Well, from all of the Iranians that I've been talking to, they all want regime change. It's just, how do they do it? Because the IRGC is so powerful, and they don't appear to be on the dissident sides at this point.
No. A right push at the right place at the right time by the U.S. could be what's necessary to give the Iranian people the opening that they require.
All right, we'll see what the president does. Brent, good to have you in.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Now,
deal with what's going on there. Clearly,
I think that was it. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. One more.
let's get back to third grade geography. You can see that Venezuela is, in fact, not below the equator. Caracas, in fact, is about 700 miles north of the equator. AOC also took a swipe at Secretary of State Marco Rubio over comments on the history
Watch this, family.
of the
Just watch
American
this.
cowboy.
This is not part of
My
our
favorite
study.
part was when he said that American cowboys came from Spain. I believe the Mexicans and descendants of African enslaved peoples would like to have a word on that.
Well, the Smithsonian had a word on that because we checked with them. They say the American cowboy originated from the Mexican vaquero from Spanish traditions of herding cattle. You know, when it comes to foreign policy,
She should
let's get back
shut
to
up.
third grade
That's what it
geography. You can
is.
see that Venezuela is, in fact, not below
Okay,
the
stop.
equator.
How do I
It's
stop?
about 700 miles.
Okay, family. Thank you kindly for indulging these videos. My point is that I was trying to get you all to understand that there's tragedy occurring in the country of Iran. It's sad. It's very sad. And we need to remove Maliki. When I say we, the United States of America, because in all honesty, as much as we have tried to put it in the hands of Iraq, they don't seem to want to get rid of him. Maybe because those evil. Thank you. I mean, we have waited for so long for the leadership of Iraq to get rid of the influence of Iran in their country, but they just haven't. It could be because, the pockets of Iranian evil are so deep that it is feeding a lot of pockets along the way. So, I don't know. As much as diplomacy was the best route, it is possible that time is up. And it is possible that, you see, we need to remove Maliki. Because you saw in our lecture in the first video, it is the Iranian influence that is pushing the coordinated framework to have Maliki be the nominee for the prime minister of Iraq. And it is Trump that is telling Parliament and the Iranian infection inside of Iraq and all of Iran, get out of Iraq. Maliki cannot be the prime minister. You understand? How ridiculous is that? So we went to Iraq to do a few things. The two major things, number one, is to establish their government. And because that opens the budget, it opens everything. And number two, to get rid of the troublemakers. And the troublemakers were who? Maliki, Soudani, Alak. Soudani, you ended up keeping your mouth shut. You haven't said a word. It looks like you're sticking around. Maliki, you insist that you want to stick around, but you are the son of evil. We got you. I'm sorry, you got to go. You got to go back home, okay? If there's anything there for you. And as far as Allah goes, you're just a yes man. You're a chicken caca. You don't care. You'll do anything. You jump at the snap of a finger. So, no need to worry about you, Alak, because the four have already talked to you, haven't they? Everything that I say to you, family, is just in my opinion. We are removing Maliki. We don't. Trump does not want any Iranian influence in Iraq whatsoever in order to bring forth the security and stability that is needed for the new exchange rate. The borders needed to be secured. The moment that we landed, did you notice that was the first thing we did? Many ships are in the Middle East area. The latest one that is arriving is the U.S. Ford. We have two carriers that are there. And if you heard me earlier, I mentioned about the Super Bowl. If you notice the formation above the flight that occurred, the overfly flight that occurred, um, there were no F-22s because they are all on the Gerald Ford. Also F-35s. They weren't at the Super Bowl for strategical needs. Um, and I don't look forward to war. I don't look forward to people dying, especially innocent people. Um, but I think that the collateral damage will be very well maintained, like it was in Venezuela. Not a soul died. I don't know about Iran though. But I'm praying to God that we'll do the same thing. Why do you think we have so many ships there? Because we really don't want to go on the ground. Our ships have something that is so powerful. It's you talk about a sonic boom. It's a resonance. It's 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 a force of air that when it hits you, it makes you sick. You want to throw up. You don't want to do anything. You fall down. It wipes out all living organisms in the sense that it decapitates them, or not decapitates. It it disables them. It decapitates in the sense that it disables them, and that's what happened in Venezuela. Good grief! When they fired it off from the ships, all the people, all their armies, their politicians were dumbfounded. They were stupefied. They're like, "What happened? What is that? What? I can't even see. I can't hear." I mean, we walked right by them. They didn't even know we're escorting. We don't want any infrastructure destroyed in Iran because we just want to get rid of the bad guys to bring security and stability to our needs. And once we do that, I mean, that's fantastic, you know. You just pick them up. Yeah, and those that are innocent that got hit, they'll just cover. But that's what we're doing, and that's why our ships are there. And then also our ships, we don't want to go on the ground, so our ships have the 22s and the 35s. Oh my goodness, you don't want to mess with those planes. You won't even know they hit you. To remove the infrastructure of Iran would cause our investment to last until forever before they rebuild it. It's going to take at least 7 years to rebuild Gaza. So, if we attack them in this fashion and we save the infrastructure and we just simply remove the Iranian factions, then we can pick up where we left off right away. Shoot, if they do something tonight or tomorrow, by next week, we could have a new government in Iraq and in Iran. Only Trump can do stuff like that because only Trump thinks that far ahead. So let us save the infrastructure and pick up right where we left off and just simply remove the bad guys. Okie dokie? Besides, everybody in the Middle East is of one accord. Most of the Middle East is working with Mark Rubio. Mark Rubio is one of them. He knows how they think. He is an Arab. They brought a but okay. Um, I don't want this to happen, but you know what? If it does happen, it's going to be a blessing in disguise. It's going to be a blessing in disguise when they do hit Iran, because then Iraq will be free of Iranian influence. So I wanted to share this with you. We are KTFA, Keep the Faith Always in Our Heavenly Father. We're a Christian-based organization. And I encourage you to pray. Pray for the innocent. Today's modern wars don't have to kill people. No, we fill jails up. That's why they're building in Florida and Texas. We need all the in Cuba and Guantanamo. We need in places because we don't kill our enemies. We capture them now. But if Iran needs to be removed physically, well, we can do that too. So, Galway girl, I'm asking you to pray. Somebody here, who is it that just posted? I brought my laptop in case you were interested to ask me questions. Photo by Francie. Please, Frank, may we have some dessert? Oh, she just had 2 videos. You really want some dessert? The second video is usually a bank dessert. Let me see how many people we got. Only got 700 people. Oh yeah, I'll go give you dessert. Okay. Oops. Go. Oh no. Oh no. Guess what? My phone just got all soaking wet. Need your help, Jen. Please take it. Take this. See what you can do. Thanks, sweetie. Okie dokie. Sorry about that. That was her. What's the person's name that asked me that question? It's their fault. Yeah. So you want dessert, do you? Normally, on the second UB2B, we do. Photos by Francis. I can see your face. There's your picture. Okay, dokie. Photos by Francis. God bless you. I'll give you dessert. Thank you, sweetheart. So this is a dessert because that I'll give you, and since it's supposed to be about banks, would you like desserts on banks? Look at that's me. That's me. Oh, jeez, that's me. Would you like a dessert? Let me see if I can find a dessert for you. Okay, hold on. This was a surprise to me. Everything is in my opinion. Agreed? Let me see how many people we got. Oh, it went up. It's almost a game. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, we found out that Fifth Third. We found out that Fifth Third is going to be playing a very big part in the exchange process in the United States of America. There will be many banks that will be involved because they all want a piece of the exchange. But the latest one that we just found out that, which was a surprise, but we believe it's going to be more for the northeast part of the United States of America. So there you go. That's Walking Stick's Fifth Third Report. Speaking of Walking Stick, if you can help us, we have to help him, I think this weekend. Yeah, I think it's this weekend, his next treatment. If it's in your hearts to help us, we're humbled and we're grateful. And boy, we, we need the help, and we accept that help. We accept it with no problems. Alrighty, family. I don't think you have any questions, do you? My goodness. It won't allow me to see your questions because look, it's a bunch of advertisement instead. Golly. Go away. Boom. My. I don't see you at all because this is nothing but advertisements. That's dirty. Look at that. It's nothing but we're done anyways, honey. If you have any, I'll take it if you get it. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to help you before I say goodbye to you, okay? And I already gave you dessert, so don't ask for dessert. How'd you do that?
There's a thing that said comments on the left side under there.
It's that. No, sweetheart. These are comments. I need the ones where they're talking to me right now. No, yeah, but that's just it. It's not. You see, this is 4 comments of these right here. Yeah. Whereas this, isn't that crazy, honey? Right there, comments.
Isn't that them?
No, sweetheart. This is them. Yeah, I know you don't. I have no idea, family, why this will not allow me to see your postings right now. Maybe if I get rid of it and go back and try to sign back in. I did! You're back! Look at that. Now I see all your postings. All right, let's see if there's a question, and if not, I go. I got Eddie. Howdy, beautiful KTFA family. Sending love and prayers. Thank you, Eddie. That's very interesting, Karen. That's good. Scary, Alicia. Oh. Thank you. You're welcome. How about Fifth Third in Southern India? They are my bank there. That would be great. It is great, Sail Plane. You should go in there and open an account. Maybe talk to them. I missed if Walking Stick had his surgery. No, I'll let you know when he has his next surgery. That's the one that's going to be Twilight. All the UB-Tubies have been having a lot of ads during live stream lately. That's Burr. Burr, look at the top right-hand side. There's a little X. All you got to do is touch it, then the advertisement goes away. Hey, Burr, you want to help me? When you're not doing anything, set up your laptop, set up your computer, and click my one of my videos. Just let it play. Turn the volume down. Don't let it bother anybody. You already heard it. You already saw it. But let it play. It'll play through. It'll play all the commercials. Oh, wait a minute. You have to have the volume down real low for the commercials to get credited. Isn't that dirty? Oh, my goodness. Sailplane, thank you. Jose Chavez, thank you. Danielle Bassett, thank you. Look at you guys. I'm looking to see if there's any questions that you may have. Karen, I don't trust them. Okay. Sale plan. Yeah, you're the one that's asking the question about sale plan. I would tell you to go establish an account and then say to them, do you have a wealth management advisor? Yeah, we do. May I have an appointment? Can I make an appointment with them? Why? Well, I have an inheritance. I have some money. And then when you sit down and talk with them and they tell you, what do you have? I have some foreign currency. See what they say. And then you promise to call me, okay? Photo by Francis. Oh, aren't you sweet? Let me see. Linda? If Iraq keeps stalling, will Vietnam go first? Vietnam has nothing to do with the monetary reform of Iraq. Those are completely two different animals. One's a cat, one's a dog. Sorry about that. But if you look at what Vietnam is going through, they're itching to make a deal with Donald Trump. And if they do, then I put them on my app too. How do I donate? I see where I can donate memberships, but there are two ways you can donate, and thank you kindly, Alicia. You can go to ktfalways.com, and way up on top there's a donate button. Just make sure you put the comment that this is a donation for Frank and Jan, or for Walking Stick, or whoever, or missionary work, or whatever it is that you want to do. I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Well, you asked the question twice. Okay. Anybody else? How long do you think this Maliki thing will last? Fix it, guy. What was the second UB2 before Fix It, guy? What was the second one about? It was about Iran. And what is it that is not allowing us to have the new exchange rate? Iran. So when you see on the CBS, CBS, when you see on the Fox or OAN, when you see on the good television channels, Newsmax, yeah, when you see that we're hitting Iran, maybe you should pray for the innocent, pray, pray that it ends quickly. Because the moment that it ends, what do you have? Oh, Cat Show. Thank you for all your hard work and for sharing your knowledge. Oh, aren't you sweet? Thank you kindly, sister. Thank you. Let me see if there's another question. Hold on. Why would it take a week for the U.S. Treasury checks to clear? Well, I never said that, and it seems to me that it would take a lot longer than that. You're talking about our government. They're not going to do something in a week. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too, Linda Tedrick. How are you? Amber. See, I'm here too. Yes, you are, Amber. I see you. Karen. Hi, Linda. Cindy. Hi, Linda Tedrick. Linda, you're popular. FRANK26. You might ask your bank for the reason. Yeah. James. Hey, Mr. Frank. Mainly people hold millions of these Sombrerano notes. Do you believe that this is a worthy investment? I can't advise you on that, but I can tell you I bought some. Next is I thought Rubio was Cuban. Is he? Did I mess? Oh my goodness, is he? Hey Siri, what nationality is Mark Rubio? San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, Texas, and also Galveston. Who is this? Rensden V4B. Thank you for teaching me that. He does look a little Cubano, doesn't he? Huh? Un poquito de Cubano and cha 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 cha. Wow. Okay. Timator. He says, have you had any bank stories from the UK? They are so reluctant to speak to us beforehand over here. Yeah, Timator, you're going to have difficulties, but you will have banks there. I promise you that. The London Bridge will fall up. Like that. I watch in both. It gives you both views, whatever that is. CBS is actually getting turned around by Barris Wills. Yeah, maybe, Jeff. Maybe. We'll see. Neely's mom. Love the fact that you praise God and Jesus. I do, I do, I do. You know why? Uh, you know why I don't fear man, Neely? You know why I don't fear man? Because I fear God. The other day, you had a bank story. You said the banker thought this would happen after the president is done. Yes. Yeah. And that person did not come in and talk to us. I wish they would have. But I called them back. I left a message. They didn't respond, and I'm not going to push them. But yeah, that was the wealth manager's opinion. What's another one? 17 Reasons. Is that who's next? Yeah. Yes, Tortuga. I already answered that. Yes, Anna. I already. Oh yeah, Ella. Yeah, he's Cuban. We already did that. 17 Reasons. Okay. Mr. Frank, are you looking for an announcement from President Trump, U.S. Treasury, that we are gold back around the similar time we see Iraq reinstate the Iraqi dinar? Why'd you ask me that? That's, oh man. Okay, I'll answer it. You ready? Look at me. I'll answer it. Oh, dear me. Who's the Motro? We don't need no war. My grandson is in the Marines. Hooah. And I agree, Motro. God bless you. God bless you and your family. Yes, Karen, Robert Duvall passed away. A wonderful soul. I remember him with the other guy that just also died recently, the baseball movie, Robert Redford. I forget, he was a movie where Robert Redford was The Natural. I think it was called The Natural. And Robert Duvall was the news reporter. Robert Duvall was a class act, is a class act. He's worshiping in heaven right now. Photo by Francis. My husband and I are in North Cali. Any bank stories from that area? It's only when they come in that I share them. Matthew, how much longer are these contractors are going to wait? Between you and me, forever. If you saw the contracts. Jose, Uncle Frank, when should we have my suit ready? Tú hablas español, right? Yeah, you do. Your name is Jose Chavez. Si te digo la fecha cuando me voy a poner ese traje, me van a poner en la cárcel. I did not give him a date. Tortuga. It's just catching up. It's a big lag. Yeah, I know you are. It's okay. The fix-it guy, Frank, thanks for all you're doing. Making the muddy waters muddier. No, clear. Jeff, that's right. Simplify. Hurrah. Hurrah. Lonesome Dove. That's a call sign. Secondhand Lions. What is that? Duvall is a secondhand lion. Great. Oh, the movie. Gotcha. Well, I don't see any other questions, family. Oh, wait a minute. James Jones. Are we still waiting on Iraq to pass any laws for this to blow? It's funny you say that, because Parliament came out today and said we're working on the investment law. What happened to Maliki? What happened to Parliament that you wanted to talk to them about liquidity? I don't know, but we're working on the investment law. What caused you to change your mind and work on a law that's good, that we need? Huh? I don't know. Thanks for bringing up that question, because I forgot to talk about that. I have too many things in my head. I can't remember everything. Now you're back to the movie, so I think you're done with me. Yeah, you're done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you kindly for being with me. God bless you all. Sweet aloha. I will see you mañana. Mañana at 3. Oh, let me get up. Hey, did you see my putty cat? My putty cat shirt? See? Meow. Is it a cat? Oh, it's a, what is it? Oh, it's a dragon. Shoot. I don't like dragons. Never mind. Never mind. Don't look at it. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with me. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have fun, okay? Just bring your earpieces if you come for the first 3 hours.